I told you I was going to try to leave a video for try to cop Travis Scott for retail. I think a lot of people think there's it's like some magic pill or like some bot or some person that has them for retail. It isn't. People that buy it are lucky to get one pair. They're cracking down on bots like crazy. People just buying it ain't getting 5 or 6 pairs, 4 pairs, 1 pair. I'm in a lot of groups that buy it. They're not hitting pairs like that. It's just not enough to go around to hit that many pairs. And what y'all probably thinking, it's like somebody has a plug on them or something like that. It doesn't exist. A person that's posting saying I got 10 pairs, they're fake, they're UAs. It's impossible. It's no way possible. One human being could have 10 pairs, selling them for the market price. That is impossible. I'm not saying you can't have 10 pairs of them, but they're going to be overinflated. They're not going to sell them for what the current market price is, for the most part, unless they're so serious, cool kicks, someone that has really, really, really heavy connections in the sneaker game that actually has someone that works in retail that can get them those shoes, and they're not paying retail for them. They might be paying $600-700 for them, but they're still paying resale for them. So don't get it messed up. Don't think that people that are buying is getting 10, 12 pairs, and that's the reason why you're not getting those pairs. It is not. It's the fact of there's 5 million people that's going after a shoe that there's only 200,000 of them. The thing is, I'm going to give you methods on how to be able to try to cop for retail that's going to heighten your chances, because it's a numbers game. You're going against 5 million people on top of 10,000 of them might have bots. You know what I'm saying? So you times those people that have bots times 20, 30, 100, and those are all the entries that are going in. They're not going to hit 100, but they might hit 1 or 2. So they still count as people going for that shoe. But what it is, the way that you could actually try to get the shoe, it's some work. It's not easy. It's not going to be like you press a button and you get the shoe. It's not that easy. If you're willing to go through all the steps to try to get it for retail, you got a good chance of getting it, but it's not going to be easy. It's a lot of steps and a lot of things that you're going to have to do, and it's a lot of work. A lot of people that's not into sneakers like heavily, they want those sneakers, but they're not willing to put in the work to try to get those sneakers for real. They're not putting in 50 raffle entries. You know what I mean? They're not actually doing the work to try to get the sneakers, but I'm going to tell you how to actually be able to put the work in and be able to do it. Now, it's not going to be something that's going to be overnight. It's going to be something that it's going to take you a minute how to learn. And I'm going to tell you about certain ways that's going to increase your chances, and you'll be able to have more entries. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to actually have examples that I'm going to post up in this video, like ACOs. Most people that is not really deep into the reselling game or really deep into sneakers, they don't know what ACOs are. ACOs are their slots, they're people who bot for you. You sign up like a Google form, and they will actually put your information inside of a bot with your address, and they're gonna bot for you. You know what I'm saying? Also, a lot of raffles they might have overseas. I'm gonna show you how to actually put in raffles to get stuff from overseas. Now the shipping is gonna be really high because you're gonna have to double ship. You have to get it shipped to a reshipper, then have it shipped to you. But being able to do European raffles and Japanese raffles is going to increase your chances. You're going to be able to enter more raffles. You know what I'm saying? So the more raffles you're able to enter, the better your chances is going to be able to cop for retail. So the main thing is you got to realize that it's just a numbers game. There's 200,000 pairs, 5 million people. If you're willing to go through those links and go through all those changes on how to try to get the sneaker, your chances are going to be pretty good. You know what I mean? But you thinking that you're just going to be able to go on sneakers and hit purchase and you're going to get them. It's not going to happen. You're never going to hit, because sneakers actually has their favorites. You have people that hit every drop, but you'll have a person that don't hit any drops. I'm one of those people. I don't hit on any drops. But every once in a while, I do get lucky because I'm on so many different raffles and I'm in so many different places that people don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm gonna show a few examples and a few more other things on how to actually get the number game right. You know what I mean? You got to get the numbers right because we're gonna have 5 methods. You're gonna have all the raffles. That's the number one thing. You want to be able to enter every raffle. You want to be able to enter raffles overseas. You want to be able to enter ACOs. You want to be able to enter multiple accounts for yourself. On top of all that, you know what I mean? You want to be able to enter multiple raffles for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to show you another method of how to help you on sneakers because, well, it's really easy. I'm going to just tell you. The method with sneakers that helps them realize that you're more human is activity. Watching the videos, scrolling, liking stuff, hitting notify on the app, watching videos, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Actually even buy some every once in a while. Oh, and another method I'm going to tell you, on some raffles, some stores, they show favoritism to people that actually buy from them. Like, especially with stores that have loyalty programs, they read those points. Their stuff is not random. They give those shoes to people that have a lot of loyalty with them. A whole lot of loyalty points. Like Chic. Chic has a loyalty program. You look at that, they got a number. They give you a certain amount of points every time you purchase something. The people with the higher numbers with Chic is going to get the shoe. You know what I'm saying? People that purchase with Concepts. Concepts doesn't have a loyalty program, but Concepts use Equal. And Shoe Palace will actually tell you that they give their very hype sneakers out to their loyal customers. Now, there's certain ways around that. I know that it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of complicated that you actually got to buy stuff from them to actually get the shoe, but you could buy stuff that you want. You know what I mean? You could buy shoes that you like from Shoe Palace, or buy shoes that you like from Chic, or you could buy shoes that you like from Chic and resell them. You know what I'm saying? So there's ways around it. It's just you gotta look at the bigger picture for real. It's like you might have a store that you might just build loyalty with and cop everything for the next year. You know, you just have to figure out which stores it is. I know Chic is one of them. Chic has a really strong loyalty program. Another store that's not for the Travis Scotts, but for like SBs, there's a store that I go to called Southside Skate. I buy a lot of t-shirts from Southside Skate, and Southside Skate actually let me win raffles because I buy stuff from them. They tell you in the raffle, you buy something, it's going to increase your chances of winning. So I might buy a couple t-shirts, need t-shirts. I go to work every day. So I buy a couple t-shirts and I hit a raffle. That's how I ended up getting the SB4s. I ended up hitting the raffle. I didn't put my size in though, so I ended up having to get a damn size 9 instead of 11 because they gave away all the 11s. And he happened to call me and tell me like, hey man, you didn't put your size in, but I got you a pair. I was like, what size do you want? I don't have, only sizes I have left is 9 and under. So I'm like, well, just give me a 9. I'll take it. You sold them. So I'm gonna have a second part to this, and I'm gonna have the actual screenshots and videos of where you can find ACOs, where you get your privacy cards, because you need privacy cards, extra credit cards to be able to enter ACOs. So the ACOs is basically going to give you a higher chance of winning because you got other people bidding for you. You know, you can enter 10 ACOs, you're going to have 100 entries on a bot. That's like a person running a bot with just your name with 100 entries on it. Only problem with the ACOs, you have to find people that you trust. The privacy cards isn't your personal information, but it's linked to your personal information. It's linked to your debit card. So they're more than likely a botter is going to be more established. You got to get into the Discord and look at the group and see what they're talking about, see what a botter is. Especially, you want to deal with a botter that's just starting out, because a botter that's starting out is trying to get his name out there. He's not going to be charging anything for it, because you got people, a lot of people don't run for Travis Scott because they're so expensive, and they actually could make their money off just hitting the shoe themselves and then reselling it instead of them giving it to you. But there are certain Discord groups that actually runs for Travis Scott shoes. You know what I'm saying? So what's another way I'm going to think of? Well, another way is you want to use reshippers. Reshippers are basically people that will get the shoe for you in another country and send it to you. It's like you have reshippers in Europe. So you'll actually have your entry into a European raffle, and you win the raffle in Europe. They send it to a person in Europe, then they reship it to you in the US. So that's another way that you could actually try to win a raffle. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna have a second part to this video that you'll be able to try to figure out more ways, and I'm gonna actually show you the Discord, show you the privacy cards, show you ACOs, and show you where I get all my raffles from. So just check out the second part. Later.